Incorporating AI into your business to evolve the impact of every member of your team and to streamline your processes is one of the most important things that you can be doing. Now, I've been running lots of different AI audits for different business owners and working with them and trying to work out the most high impact areas where AI powered tools and systems can be implemented into their existing business to make them more impactful and make sure that they're kind of up to date with the current age. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 of the key AI cheat codes that we keep coming across. If we haven't met, I'm Dec. I've previously worked on AI consulting and engineering projects at Google, OpenAI and Zoom at one of the UK's leading startups. I'm also building an AI services and marketing agency called Belgrave AI, linked down below, and documenting what I'm getting up to and what I'm learning on this channel. And the first hack that keeps cropping up is automating customer communication. Now that can either be through outreach, so kind of outbound kind of communications, where you're kind of reaching out to a customer that's in your CRM, or that you've kind of got the contact details, or they've kind of downloaded a lead magnet, you've somehow got their details, and you look to kind of provide some kind of value-based conversation experience. And then once you kind of establish and connect that you can help them, you really kind of direct them to the most appropriate product or service. But then also inbound as well. So maybe you've got an existing customer who's got a query about the service, or maybe a part of their contract. They can kind of go into either a portal or kind of like a widget on your website or kind of some kind of front end, and effectively kind of ask these questions. So a lot of kind of customer success managers are kind of starting to work and create these kind of inbound customer inquiry tools. And then also kind of sales reps, BDR reps are looking at kind of different ways that they can incorporate outbound and kind of outreach into their kind of different works as well. I tend to find for more simplistic questions and answers, it's really, really powerful. And almost anyone can do it. But then for slightly more complex scenarios, you really do need to make sure it's prompted well and it's got what's called a good custom knowledge base. So that kind of corpus of information which you can draw out from and then kind of provide questions and answers. Again, you can also kind of choose how aggressive they are. Some people's agents or bots, particularly with kind of outreach, can be really, really aggressive and kind of buy now, get on a call, get on a call, which I think in some ways can actually do damage to your brand. So you need to kind of be conscious of that. But like I say, a lot of the kind of clients and people who I'm working with, we're trying to work out what is the most appropriate and then kind of create that as part of a wider system. One of my favorite use cases, particularly for outbound, is if you've got a load of kind of dormant leads sitting in a CRM, you can kind of create systems that kind of reach out maybe via WhatsApp or email or Instagram, whatever the kind of most appropriate kind of platform is, and just kind of start asking them and kind of strike up a conversation and then kind of provide value to that end customer. And we're starting to see some quite interesting results there in terms of kind of converting those cold leads into kind of hot buyers. And the second hack I want to talk about is kind of creating agents that kind of fulfill a specific use case within the business. So one of the use cases that my own agency, Belgrave AI, created was we worked with a client that had about 60 different case studies, mainly in podcasts, but also spread across different Facebook channels and also kind of WhatsApp chats. And what we did is kind of collated all of that information together and created this kind of corpus of knowledge. And then from that, we created an agent, which is then able to kind of query all of that information and then kind of give out and kind of provide specific case studies or specific examples for kind of the sales team that they can query on the fly. Now, Google's Agent Space product is pretty interesting in this space because what they enable you to do is take lots of different data sources, which is multimodal, in other words, mixed media, so kind of audio, text, PDFs, website URLs, lots of different ones, and kind of create kind of this corpus of knowledge. And then off the back of that, you can then create an agent with specific tasks. But what's more is not just these data sources, it also lets you kind of connect to third-party applications. At the moment, there's about 8, and it includes things like Salesforce, Gmail, Outlook, Jira, and a few others. But I know their roadmap is kind of quite expansive, and over time it's going to become bigger and bigger. So eventually businesses will kind of have their own private kind of searchable databases, and then from that you're able to kind of build an agent that performs a specific task. So soon we're going to get to a space where an employee might create lots of different agents that perform different parts of their task and their day job, and then they effectively kind of become an orchestrator, telling different agents to perform certain actions at certain times. Meaning that one person can be really, really powerful and really, really impactful. And of course, these agents can be text-based, but they can also be voice-based as well. So I've actually built out some voice agents for restaurants and also estate agents or real estate agencies, if you're American, which basically what they do is you kind of phone a number and you would then kind of put through to a voice AI agent that kind of sounds like a human, actually. They're pretty realistic. And then off the back of that, you're able to kind of, I don't know, find out some more information and then kind of connect to a calendar and book a meeting if it's appropriate. So again, that's a kind of an example of an agent and accessing a corpus of information, and then off the back of that kind of actually providing answers. So that's pretty interesting. The next hack that keeps cropping up is creating a kick-ass onboarding process using AI-powered systems and automation. Now, depending on the industry that you're in, creating a phenomenal onboarding experience for your prospects or clients really can be a game changer and would set you apart from your competition or anyone else that you're maybe kind of working alongside. Now, obviously, every business is unique, and so is every business's onboarding process. But typically speaking, from the moment that a client says yes, they're going to go ahead with a service, the sales rep can type in a few pieces of information there and then on the call, and obviously kind of schedule out the onboarding call, preferably for within 72 hours, and then kind of kickstart a series of different processes, which all kind of creates this really smooth and kind of effortless onboarding process for your clients. I think this is honestly an absolute game changer, because when you get this right, it creates just such a positive kind of feeling. The kind of conversations I've been having with the different businesses I'm working on this with, they really do feel it's been an absolute game changer, because it creates such a kind of positive feeling when it comes to kind of bringing new clients on and then all the kind of work that you do together. If you want to find out how Google's Notebook LM product can revolutionize your research, watch the video here. Thanks, and I'll see you there. Peace!